And I can remember back in the late 80s, early 90s, we had a soul-searching exercise as a nation about ice hockey. And I remember this clearly because at that point I was still planning to make the NHL. It didn't work out. But at that time, the narrative, the talking heads and the analysis was that Canadians were falling behind. Our players weren't fast enough, we weren't teaching skills, we didn't have the speed that the European players did, that we were losing our edge and that we weren't likely to win the big games, the championships and the Olympics in 10 and 20 years, if even in the next 5 to 10 years. It was a challenge that I think Canadian hockey struggled with. But because we analyzed it, we retooled. Hockey Canada became a presence. Hockey Canada put together programming for coaches, programming for kids and training, and we became a better hockey nation. And we can look back and say, well, we continued to win World Junior Championships through the 90s. We've been very successful at the Olympics. Fair enough. But I think very few people would argue that we are not a better hockey nation now because of the self-analysis we did then and the work that we put into it. That same trait that I think most Canadians share of let's look at what we do very critically is important. It doesn't matter if we have higher standards than Angola or Azerbaijan or Russia. We judge ourselves compared to ourselves, and I think that that is a pretty positive thing in ice hockey or in energy.